guys, today let's talk about gear. I carry two bags with me. One I bought at Walmart. It's a military style bag. I've affectionately called this thing the Boy Scout, because you can literally pack all kinds of stuff in this bag. This is a huge bag. It's got a place for your sunglasses if you need them. It's got mesh pockets on the inside of it. I even pack a little tackle box in it. It's got my little hook tent to catch bait. I've got glow sticks in this thing. I put hatchets, machetes, flashlights. I put about everything in this bag. You can get this bag for about $39. But another bag I carry is for long distances. And I stick this in the big bag. And really all this is, Academy Sports sells this, it's a worm bag. But it makes catfishing a lot easier for me, because I can put my sinkers here on the outside. I can put lead line on the other side of it. I bought me some extra pockets for my beads, my swivels, my sinker slides. I mean, I've got everything in this. My hooks go in these little worm bags. They never get wet. You don't have to open them up like you do a normal box. If it's raining, everything gets wet. You can flip to it and open up the bag that you want and take the hook out and just seal it back. I've got pantyhose in it, mostly because when I fish with skipjack, I don't like using a gut pocket. And I pack all that gut in that pantyhose and I throw it. But I use this for short, like if I don't want to walk a long distance, because carrying that big bag, it can be tiresome. Alright, let's talk about hooks. I get most of my hooks on eBay. I buy 50 to 100 at a time. And these two hooks right here, 7/0 and this 9/0, I use them a lot. For my bait casters and stuff. But when I want to throw a head, you can get these 10/0. They look kind of like the Gamakatsu Big River. If I'm throwing a carp head or a whole skipjack head, I will use these. There's only one bad part about this seller. You either get this real thick one or you get this wire one. It's not really consistent. And I'm going to show some pictures of the seller and stuff in this video. But you can get 50 of these for about $14. Another thing I use is circle hooks, but I use circle hooks on a big slip float bobber. And you've probably seen a video with Catfish Dave. He makes a slip bobber from hell. And all he does, he takes a real big slip float, one of the wooden slip floats, and he puts a pool noodle around it. And it ends up being about that big and about that long. But it depends on what you are throwing out there. If I'm just running a regular bluegill, I either use this 7 circle hook, or depending on the size of him, I'll use these 8 and a 9. Just depends on the size of them. Now, if I'm using a whole carp, sometimes we catch carp about 2 pound. You can use this 12-aught. And you can get these real cheap too. You can get 12 of these for about, 50 of these for about $14. Depends on when you catch them. You can get 100 of these right here on eBay. I think it's around $12 or $13. And so far, they're comparable to the Gamakatsu. Tips are a little bit better. I've had some trouble out of the Gamakatsus. The tips rolling real bad. But that's all the hooks I use. Now, sinker slides. There's 2 companies I get sinker slides from. You can either get them for $13.99 or $12 something. It depends on how fast I want them. But this is a sinker slide I use. It's a number 8, and I throwed 8-ounce weights with these, and they do pretty good. But you can get these at 100 or 50 or 25 count. I usually buy 100 because it's just cheaper that way. Usually most of the time they're free shipping. But get 100 of them for about $13. And these are braid friendly too. You can run these on braid or mono. Another reason why I like these circle hooks, they don't got the all the way bent head on them. That's all the way bent back. It's kind of an in-between. I still snell these. A lot of people don't like to do that, but like I've always said, it's your preference what you want to do. It's just like these hooks. I'm comfortable buying these cheap hooks and using them. I've caught fish on them. It's all on what you're comfortable with and you can afford. A lot of people, they don't like China hooks or cheap hooks. But, if you can afford a better hook, you just get what you're comfortable with. Now, if you have a hook preference and you want to tell me how it is, throw it in a comment. Tell me what kind of hooks you use and why you use them. And tell me why they're better. A lot of people don't understand when you use these circle hooks, it's really more efficient to use a fast action tip on the rod, because the tip of your rod is what sets these circle hooks. Because when they pull, that tip pulls back. Well, you know what kind of gear I use now, and you know what I carried in. If any of these ideas helps you, give me a thumbs up and share my video. If you think that I need to try a hook, if it's got a better hook ratio, leave a comment below. Tell me what you're using. Till then, this is Hector Fish, and I'm out.